Your face stuck.
Yes.
It's still stuck. It's still listening.
Hello.
I'm so glad we don't record any more off-camera bloopers.
That one, I can't even
So glad
believe that just
live.
happened off the show. I wish I could tell you guys what it was, but this is a family show. So welcome to the pep talk.
Yes, a conversation amongst sisters. That's all that matters.
We are, you might notice we're down a sister. That's because the youngest is feeling a little bit under the weather, couldn't join us tonight. So hey Sean, we hope you feel better. And I know you wanted to talk about, I know you had a lot to say about what's going on.
She look, we can go back and read all the text messages, because she did play by play.
She did. She did.
Go back and read all the text messages.
So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Oregon, Georgia, Florida State, and Arizona State topping the college football playoff field. And SMU, despite losing the ACC championship game, knocked Bama out to earn the final spot. Guys, some of these teams, I'm like, what? But
yeah, we all are like, what?
So was they trying to do punish old guy, the coach, for leaving Washington and decided he want to come to Alabama? Was that a punishment to him?
Okay.
Because at what point did they? I mean, even though Alabama was 9-3,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody had a tougher schedule than Alabama did. Alabama beat some of the top 25 teams that actually made it to. So what did we miss?
Well, maybe they're not ranking it like such, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, you can play. Alabama could have played TCC Brown and won 107-0.
And
Just
still,
like Colorado won 52-0, and they wasn't in the making.
I mean, look, Alabama AD Greg Burns said that he is going to have to take a look at their strength of schedule next year, their schedule, because apparently that does not make a difference when it comes to making the college football playoff. I will say it's interesting to me how some of Alabama's big wins over a team like Georgia, and Georgia just won the SEC championship, and I feel like a pretty dominant fashion. It felt like they were never real. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I think Alabama was being punished.
And I think that when you think about Georgia beating Texas twice,
yes.
And then you think about Alabama beats Georgia, and then Alabama, the way Alabama played, even though some of the games that they lost, I must say, was totally ridiculous. I could see Tennessee, they having that fight with Tennessee, but with Vanderbilt and with Oklahoma especially, they just dropped the ball. I get it. But you got to think about everybody else that they played and won in a dominating fashion. And it's like their strength and schedule was unmatched. So when you think about that, and then they still not making it, how do you have a team like SMU who plays nobody? In fact, the only team that to me that they played that meant anything was Clemson.
And they lost.
And they lost.
Yeah, and they lost.
They got slaughtered, actually.
Yes, they lost.
I mean, how unfair is this ranking gonna be from now on?
Yeah, I think
because Clemson started out slow to me this year. With
they lost.
They had. So it was surprising to me that Clemson made it to the ACC championship game, and Miami didn't even make it.
That was shocking too. I was
Yeah.
expecting Miami to make that game too, but I mean, just looking at, like you said, looking at SMU's schedule, really the only people they played was Clemson. The ACC in general was down. Like the conference was down. If you look at Florida State from where they went last season to this season,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't even really compare those two
at
teams.
all.
I just didn't feel like any of their wins outmatched what Bama. I felt like Bama should have got that last spot. Period.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt about it.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel the same way. I don't think SMU should have been in there. Of course, when I looked at the bracket, I was like, we gonna mess around and have a SEC in the championship.
Because who's gonna beat Tennessee? Because Tennessee played who first? SMU, right?
Who do they play?
No, Tennessee play Ohio State first.
Ohio State.
Yeah. That's gonna be
They're gonna win.
They're gonna be a good one.
Win. And Texas play.
Texas plays
Clemson. Clemson first.
Yeah.
Texas is gonna win. Penn State plays
SMU.
Penn State is gonna win.
Yeah, Penn State is definitely gonna win.
And then the last two games are Notre Dame versus Indiana.
Indiana. How did that happen?
Notre Dame is gonna win.
What?
I don't even know
How did Indiana even get in there?
How did they get in there? Yeah.
How do you say I'm gonna allow Indiana to get in here?
Yeah.
You know what my husband said? He said Nick Saban ain't extended some of that loan money he had.
He'll hate him.
Listen, Nick Saban said he was not giving his loan money to a dumb as a box of rocks. So,
right.
Not
But
gonna happen.
Nick was actually rooting for SMU in the ACC championship game.
I mean, it's crazy to me that Indiana got in because they literally did not beat a single ranked team this whole season. They didn't beat a single ranked team. And the one ranked team that they played, Ohio State, they got their butts kicked. I do not understand how Indiana made. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
It does not make sense to me. The rankings, the how they did the whole rankings is like, come on now.
Garbage.
It's like, no.
They need to go back to the drawing board. I don't know who
and let me tell you something. How everybody except the SEC, in my opinion, none of them should be in the rankings because even when Ohio State played Michigan and Michigan beat that butt, you feel what I'm saying? It's like everybody is, if you're not an SEC team, did not play. They strength of schedule. Baby, they could have been playing what? Theodore Middle School.
Yeah.
It was like the weakest schedule ever. They never played in a one. So this is designed for all of those schools to get in, to be in this ranking
and they get embarrassed.
Yes.
That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get embarrassed.
Yeah, Ohio State season wasn't impressive either. I mean, their two losses came against Oregon, and the other one came against a sorry Michigan team. So it's just like, I didn't feel like Ohio State really beat anybody either. It's just like,
the more you look at the bracket, you're like,
who did they play?
Why are you even here?
Yeah. I mean, you always know that they're going to figure out some kind of way to get Ohio State in the conversation because it's Ohio State. But honestly, looking at their schedule too, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really impressed with anything they did. I mean, the only top win they got was over Penn State, and Penn State to me is also kind of overrated. I mean,
you can say it. You can say it with your chest. They're overrated.
They're overrated. I mean, look at who they played too. Like, they don't play anybody. I'm sorry, their conferences are not as competitive as the SEC. It's not.
And they know this.
They know you have in the college football playoff. How many SEC teams you got?
Three.
Exactly. Texas, Tennessee, and Georgia.
And it should be more.
It's going to turn down that it's going to be either Georgia, is gonna make it, and whichever one of them top teams, I don't know if it's Texas or Tennessee, they gonna make it.
I mean, I'm looking at Arizona State. I'm looking at their schedule.
Don't look at it.
I see Theodore High School,
Grand Bay.
Baker,
Okay.
ASMS. Look,
Yeah. And in all seriousness, like how do we get a fair chance as not even just Alabama. When I think about Ole Miss and the season that they have, you feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
How can you deny that? How can you deny them not making it into this top 12 that you said is the best in the country?
The best in the country, yeah. I'm listening. All it is about winning. Didn't we say that like earlier in the beginning of the season? It's all about a win.
I mean, honestly,
not about strength.
That if Alabama, I mean, we all know it. If Alabama hadn't lost to Oklahoma, this would not be a conversation.
Yeah.
They would be in.
Agreed. Right.
I mean, that Oklahoma win was a kick in the teeth. They should not have won that game. They looked so terrible in that game. And I think that is definitely, honestly, if that game had been closer, I feel like they probably would have got in. But the fact that
I don't know, but they played so bad. And it's like, to me, this is why I don't like Alabama head coach. I don't like DeBoer because DeBoer is because of this. He did not take the smallest team serious. Serious to me. Him, his offense coordinator, neither did his defensive coordinator, because the two teams that I said, we all knew that Tennessee was going to give them a fight.
Yep.
Knew that.
But Vanderbilt and Oklahoma.
But Vanderbilt and Oklahoma. Actually, I was surprised about Vanderbilt because Vanderbilt beat surprise teams this year. Not only did they win against Alabama, they won against Auburn. They won against they had one more
big wins.
Who?
They had a few big wins. I get what you're saying.
Yes, they did. They had a few big wins. So they surprised me, but it shouldn't have been a surprise where they beat Alabama. They just did not come with a game plan. They did not have a game plan for those teams because they were the weaker component. And it's like, to me, he was just like, oh, we're not even gonna prepare for this. And I think that's what angers Nick Saban so much about him, because there's no reason for you to put your team in this type of position.
Right.
And this is your first year at Alabama. Like, it's not like you were trying to prove a point, and you did not.
You did not prove the point. The point was indeed lost.
Indeed.
Look, I don't know. I don't know. I think that based on what Greg Burns said, I feel like he might have a little bit of leeway next season, but I think they're expecting big things from him next year, and he's gonna have to deliver, or they're gonna run him up out of Tuscaloosa. So,
yeah, if the guys don't get into the transfer portal,
the offensive coordinator, though, can we get rid of him, please?
He's got to make some changes on that coaching staff. He really does. He really does.
It's called get rid of your friends.
Yeah,
they can't go everywhere you go.
No, and they have to be happy. You have to be all right with that.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, we shall see.
We shall see.
We shall.
I might not look at the. I'm sorry.
What? Not the Negro spirituals. Oh my
God. I don't know where she went with that.
My bad.
Anyway, well, I guess this whole college football playoff, we can watch it with no stress because our team's not in it. So Sean won't be bombarding the sister text chain, every play.
Yes, she will.
Yes, she will.
Zion.
I told y'all, see, that's why they shouldn't have been in there. They should have put Alabama, they should have put the whole miss. Florida should have been in there. Why they put it?
This is how the text thread is going to go. So
You're right.
be
You're right.
prepared.
Yeah, I was trying to give Liz this the benefit of the doubt, but you're absolutely right. She is going to be blowing up that text thread because as soon as SMU gets slaughtered, we ain't gonna hear the end of it. We ain't gonna hear the end of it. It's gonna
No, ma'am. It's gonna be
We're
rolling.
gonna
Arizona
until
State.
August of next year.
she gonna blow a gasket. She gonna blow it. When Arizona State get up there and get their butts kicked, when SMU get their butts kicked, when Indiana gets their butts kicked, we ain't gonna hear the end of it. Honestly, I don't even think those games are gonna be close. I really don't.
No, you're gonna be like, Dad, I'm sick of it. I ain't finna watch it no more.
Wait a minute. So Clemson and SMU was playing, and I walked in the house. Like, Daddy, you ain't watching the game. Why would watch that for? SMU getting blown out. Man, Daddy was watching an old basketball game from last year when Alabama went to the Final Four.
Oh, he was reliving the glory days.
Yes. He was done. He said he was sick
He was
of
so done with that football stuff. Yeah, and he said Alabama. He said, you know what? They're gonna knock Alabama. Which another thing that pissed me off because before Clemson was number 15, and they beat SMU, and I know that. But how did they jump all the way up over Alabama?
Yes,
and they were number 15 prior to their game.
And I just did not understand.
I didn't understand it. Like one of them got dropped below.
Right. And then also now in this new format with 12 teams, so like, if you're a lower ranked team, do you, just because you play in a conference championship, does that now elevate you over people who are ranked high? Like, I don't understand the calculations. I don't understand how they got to where they got. I just don't get it.
We have to ask SMU if they win this next game.
Anyway, moving on. Some news just before the show broke. Heisman Trophy finalists announced: Dylan Gabriel, quarterback out of Oregon, Ashton Jeanty out of Boise State, Travis Hunter out of Colorado, and Cam Ward, quarterback out of Miami, are your Heisman Trophy finalists. Guys, who's taking home the trophy? Who's going to the big house?
Travis.
Yeah.
I'm going for Travis.
Travis Hunter. I'm going for him. I feel like Ashton Jeanty gonna give him a run for his money, but I'm gonna say Travis Hunter.
He did on his yardage that he picked up throughout for this season. He did an awesome job. But you got to understand, when you playing both sides of the ball, offense and defense, never been done before. Now, the only thing I can say, if the Heisman Trophy committee come back and give it to Jeanty, then it's going to be a big problem.
Ooh.
Because you got to understand,
somebody other than Travis Hunter.
We have no Heisman Trophy player that actually did what Travis did ever in college football. Ever in college football.
Yeah.
But
this is going to be
it's going to be something, because they've been talking about Jeanty ever since last season.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true. That's why I say Jeanty probably gonna give him a run for his money.
I think it's gonna come down to Jeanty and Travis Hunter, but I feel like Chris said, you really got to put extra weight on the fact that you're talking about a guy that's playing both sides of the ball. Like, come on,
every down,
every snap, every
come snap. On, that to me has got to, and not even just playing both sides of the ball, but doing
making an impact.
Correct, he's actually playing both sides well. Reminds me of his dad a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got that dual threat kind of going, so I feel like it's got to be Travis. I mean, I think they're going to make it interesting by keeping Jeanty in the conversation, but I think if you're using your eyes and your common sense, it's Travis Hunter.
Oh, you talking about the same common sense? Right, Krista. I was just fixing to say the same thing. You want them to use that common sense?
No,
well, the Heisman voters are not the same as the college football.
No, okay. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I feel like they're all in the same little bubble.
Yeah,
They
Travis
may
is
be all in the same bubble. Travis is a beast.
Travis is a beast, man. Travis, I mean, the way he cut on the ball on defense, they refuse to throw his way because they know if he cut right, it's gonna be intercepted and he's gonna take one to the house, or it's just gonna be intercepted. You're not gonna get that many yards afterward if you do catch the ball. I mean, he is so talented, man. Just like it's so exciting to see Travis play. And
It is.
yeah, on offense and defense. Yeah.
And I mean, look, it's crazy because honestly, I think his competition this year, they're all really good. Like they're all very good. I mean,
they are
Genty,
good players.
the numbers that Genty, was going after, putting up like Barry Sanders type numbers this year.
Yes.
Rushing touchdown. Like, I mean, and Barry Sanders won the Heisman Trophy. And he was putting up Barry Sanders numbers this year. So I mean, it's not I just feel like the fact that he does play both sides of the ball, you rarely see a defensive player get the Heisman anyway. It's usually a quarterback or a running back or a
wide receiver. Yeah.
Exactly. So I just feel like that's gotta count for something extra. But again, if you use your common sense in your eyes, I feel like this is a no-brainer. I feel sorry for the other guys because y'all had great seasons too, and congratulations on being finalists. But Travis Hunter should be a Heisman Trophy winner.
No doubt.
Whoop. Go Travis, go Travis.
And I think earlier I said Travis Hunter like his dad. I was thinking about Shador. Let me hush.
Shador.
It's okay.
I'm tired.
Well, we understand, and I think your audience understood. They understood where he was going because Dion played both sides.
He did.
He's his honorary daddy.
I meant to say his coach, not his dad. But yes, you are. I just thought about it. I was like, wait, what did I say earlier?
But Shador, he won the
offensive player.
No, it wasn't the offensive player. He won something like the strongest arm or the best arm thrower or something, some type of award for being the quarterback.
He won Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. Shador did.
Yeah. But he won something else though.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, look.
He won something concerning like the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, like they have the best defensive player, which Travis didn't even get. He wasn't even considered that. That was like a mind blowing. But they have that, and then they have the best offensive player or whatever, and then they have like something like the best quarterback for the season. And Shador won that.
Golden Arm of the Year.
Golden Arm of the Year. That's right. I couldn't figure. I know it had something to do with his arm.
Shador wasn't even named a Heisman finalist. I mean, and that is really a testament to how well Travis Hunter played. Like that he was able to outshine Shador, who grabbed the most headlines, I think, this season for how he played and how he led Colorado from a 4-8 record to them being, what they did this season. So again, common sense in your eyes, it should be Travis Hunter. But moving on.
Go with that common sense again.
Let's move on to the NFL. Chris, take it away.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Go Eagles.
Fly, Eagles fly.
It was a very interesting game yesterday. The Bills and the Rams was a good game. I can say it was really good. I was kind of torn with the penalties that they had in that game, the whole game. I don't understand what was going on with that yesterday. What y'all think? Because some of the penalties that they was throwing, it was causing issues with yardage, and they was just bad calls to me.
It was some makeup penalties, so I mean, I get what you're saying.
Oh, so you just like your daddy? You sound like your daddy, because he quick to say, "Oh, that's a makeup call."
I mean, I kind of agree though.
It was like a maker. I mean, if I'm gonna throw a penalty on something that probably wasn't a penalty. When it, comes back around, yeah, I gotta throw something that was close to being a
I
penalty.
mean,
I know.
there were just a couple of times where I'm just thinking of, some of the PI calls. There was a lot of pass
There was
interference
a lot
calls
of
in
those.
the game
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
And granted, there was a couple that were super blatant. I mean, but then there were a few where I was like,
That call that was not called on Amari Cooper, when I'm like, you don't have just his jersey, baby. You got his whole
upper body.
yeah, like you had all equipment and jersey. And I'm like, no
Look.
flag is thrown.
I ain't gonna never, and this is me giving you a double negative. I ain't gonna never get over.
Ain't never.
I ain't gonna never get over the pass interference call that the Rams got in the game against the Saints. I feel like for some reason, when we were in that NFC Championship a few years ago, that last time we made a run for it, I have never gotten over that. Like you said, I felt like a couple calls yesterday. It was some home field advantage going on. I was like,
it was. Yeah.
Because the Bills played stupid. Josh Allen played, I mean,
yes,
out of this world.
I thought it was, yeah.
That's the best I've seen him play this whole season. I was like, now this Josh Allen and this Bills team shows up against the Chiefs, which we know they won't because they never do.
Do they have to play the Chiefs again?
Yes. You know they're gonna end up playing.
Yes,
the
they do.
Oh, okay. Because I know they played them once before and they won. So
yes,
that's the Chiefs only lost so far. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was a high scoring game, that Bills and Rams game, 42-44.
That's game this season, highest scoring this season.
Yes, that was impressive.
They was putting up points. They was putting up points.
Yeah, they were.
I'm telling you who wasn't putting up points. Who wasn't putting up points, Chris? The next game.
You already know. Look how that's why she looked.
I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say it. What happened to the Eagles? What happened to the Eagles and the Panthers?
I think they had got lackadaisical on the Panthers. They was saying, "Oh, we're playing the Panthers."
They did. They pulled the Alabama, didn't they?
Yeah.
Fell asleep on the field. Just started.
The
Panthers really had the game. The Panthers had their game. But the Eagles and the stuff that they was doing yesterday, I don't know if I can see them making it to the playoffs the way they playing now.
Well, they don't make it to the playoffs because the NFC East is, really their only competition is Washington, and Washington, I feel like, is too far behind to catch up. So they're gonna win that division, but they ain't gonna do nothing when they get there.
They ain't gonna go far. They're not gonna go far yet.
Not with how they've been looking the last few weeks.
No, it's kind of.
Maybe they'll do a turnaround. They need to do the tighten up or something. Come on, y'all. Don't have me out here looking crazy.
I mean, I just don't understand how your pass game is so horrible. It's so horrible when you have Saquon Barkley, who looks like he has been like, this is a Saquon Barkley we ain't seen in 2 or 3 seasons when he was in New York. Like, he looks totally like a different player from when he was in
totally different.
Yeah. And then you got AJ Brown back from injury. Yep. He's not hurt. You got Devontae. Like, I just don't understand why.
Yeah. Devontae didn't play in the last couple of games, though, did he?
He didn't.
But why do you only have 108 yards passing?
But
that was it.
This is the thing that frustrates me so much about the Eagles. And I love Jalen. I love them. But again, it's like they take the playbook from Alabama. They offensive coordinator get to these games and they teetotally lay down. They go to sleep. And it's like they don't wake up until mid-third quarter.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
By then.
Mid-third quarter, now they want to wake up and it's like they be scrapping they coming from behind, or either they trying their best to stay ahead with these 2 or 3 points. They never, oh my God. What frustrates me the most is when it is You get a turnover. You get the turnover. And now all you got to do is just march downfield and you go and run and you try to run that ball all 3 downs and don't go nowhere.
Nowhere.
Well,
My
yeah,
God in
that is
heaven.
so
Who is
frustrating.
calling these plays?
Well, I
Plays?
think it's because, I mean, for whatever reason, like I said, their pass game has been trash this year. Saquon Barkley is what's been keeping them in these
What's been
games.
keeping them alive?
I mean, they out-earned 100 more yards on the ground than passing this last game. Like,
Well,
it's just like
that's because of the game it's like this. How many more times a team is gonna have to watch you run the ball? Somebody's gonna stop you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to come up with another
You
solution.
gotta come up with another. That's right.
Ain't nobody gonna let you just running the ball down their throat without finding a reason to, how to stop you. That's their job. So I'm like, come on, like it is.
I be trying to figure out what you're doing in that booth. You got the bird's eye view. Yeah, you got the bird's eye view, and you can see. But this is what you call.
I mean, like I said, I think again because Saquon has been having such a good season. He passed Shady McCoy in franchise rushing records this game. Their run game, they got 210 yards on the ground, 209, and only 108 passing.
That is not Jalen.
It's the play, because honestly, it's got to be the play calling, because they have overall this season they have not been passing the ball. It's like something is not, like they're not trusting him to do it. I don't understand what's happening. There seems to be some kind of miscommunication. I feel like whatever we were talking about last season, where they kind of just fell apart at the end of the season, has carried over, because we are like they are not on the same page at all. That offense,
something is not clicking. It's a mess. Yeah. They barely won though.
Meanwhile, come on, Bryce. Just make a run forward, dear. Just come on. One more game. Just win one more.
I know, right?
He was so close. They were so close.
And then he threw that interception.
The past couple of games has been so close. But they got cheated when they played the Chiefs. So
they did get cheated.
We're gonna say
who don't get cheated when they play the Chiefs?
Everybody.
Everybody get cheated.
The Chiefs don't get played. The Chiefs don't get cheated when they play them.
Well, look, the Eagles gonna have to figure something out. Then we can move on, because the Eagles actually have the lowest pass attempt number in the entire league.
Oh, that's good.
So that should tell you the lowest pass attempts this season out of all 32 clubs. The Eagles are at the bottom. So that should tell you that something is, when you got a quarterback like Jalen and you got Devontae and you got like something ain't clicking. Something's not if Derek Carr got more passes than you and he ain't even played that many, like you gonna have to figure something out.
Somebody missing. Screws ain't
Who's
tight.
the offensive coordinator for the Eagles?
Oh, what's that man's name?
Oh, shoot.
Whoever it is, he need to come on back to
Bill O'Brien. What's that man's name?
Because if you got a quarterback like Jalen with an arm like he does, and you got wide receivers like the Eagles have, why you have the lowest rate up in passing?
I don't know. Kellen Moore,
that's it.
who used to be with Dallas. Kellen.
He did use. Oh, he should have stayed over there with Jerry ass. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. He should have stayed with Jerry.
Well, whatever's going on, Kellen and Jalen Hurts are not seeing eye to eye. So I don't know what's happening over there. But what was the other game that we were going to talk about tonight?
Them Chiefs and Chargers, wasn't it?
Oh, we was going to talk about Kermit.
Yeah, no. Kermit. We ain't talking about
we
Kermit.
Already talked about how Kermit them get the picture.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Did y'all see the special team coach for the Saints go off on the kicker?
That was the head coach. That was
the
Rizzi.
special team coach, wasn't it?
No, that was
No,
the head
that
coach. That was Rizzi.
What?
And I saw Alvin Kamara be the leader that he is and tell him to simmer down now.
To
So come
chill.
on, sir. You're doing
Chill.
a little much.
You're doing a little bit too much over here on this sideline.
Yeah.
You ain't even got the job for real, Chill out.
I know. You literally
You
just
stepping
in there.
in.
Like,
Girl.
calm down.
But I didn't know that was the fake coach.
I mean, honestly though,
You say the fake coach.
at least we had a coach showing some kind of emotion because Lord knows what's his face who wasn't doing it. What's our last coach name? See, I done forgot.
I don't know.
quick. I'm trying to
Pay?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Who is?
Lord.
Why can't I remember?
No.
Oh, you
I
said
can
the
see
Saints
I
last
can
coach.
see his face, but I cannot think of his name.
Dennis Allen, child. I could
Yeah,
not think of
I
that
don't know
man.
why we didn't think about Allen.
I mean, look, he was horrible. So at least Darren shows some kind of fire because Dennis Allen used to be on the sidelines, and I would be like, "Is he alive? Is he coaching? Like, what is he doing?" But
Auntie Tracy, you okay? Your eyeball sweating.
you having a hot flash? What's happening?
Hey, did y'all see that lady was having that hot flash in the cold where her head was she had that bald head and I have a
It was steaming. Her whole head was steaming up.
It was steaming. Look,
okay then. That's what I'm
That's
doing
how you
right
feel,
now.
Tracy.
I'm steaming.
In the eyeball.
Put on that
in the eye.
sweater. You know you ain't
I
got your
was
air
steaming when I put
conditioner
on this swelter.
Oh,
Look,
man.
you need to take off that sweatshirt, baby girl. But yeah, back to the Chiefs. Child, if there is one team that's gonna catch all the breaks, it seems to be the Kansas City Chiefs. How they won that game on that doink kickoff.
Kickoff.
And
Yeah,
you know, I didn't even watch the
don't
game,
go.
so I had to go back and see the doink.
the don't field goal. But let's talk about the third 3 and 7.
Talk
And
about it.
it ain't nobody in front of you. It's you and Kermit. And you can't take down Kermit. You could. I would have.
Who was the tackler?
Who was
I
in front of him?
I don't know who was the man name. I think his number was 0. Oh my!
Not on the defensive line.
Why wasn't he? Yes, he was. He was on defensive line.
Yeah, but
he had no big number. I can't think of his name. I'm glad I can't think of his name because I probably would give him a nickname right now, like Dum.
You're gonna give him one
You
anyway.
would
It doesn't matter. You're gonna give him one.
Because he should have laid Kermit out. Do you hear me?
He got Melissa.
It wasn't even no shook, Tracy. It wasn't no shook, no juke. He knew nothing.
his
In the
name
middle of the open field.
number 0 is Dion Henley. There is the number 0, a linebacker on the Chargers. So maybe
I hope
that's
it wasn't a linebacker. I hope it, Lord, don't let it be a linebacker.
He ain't Dr. Crusher.
She just said,
middle
Tracy.
linebacker. It ain't him. He didn't watch that episode. When I said, "What? How do you let this man throw the ball to
And Kermit
Kelsey?"
slow. Ooh, he's slow. When I tell you Kermit slow, he can't run. So
When I tell you this is Kermit and this is you. There's nobody beside him, behind him, around. And all you did was let him do this, and he threw the ball to Kelsey. Excuse me, sir? You didn't get any closer to him?
to stop the pass.
You didn't add no extra pressure to him. But then when they kept showing you, and this is what you do after you realize, oh, I messed up. Get your hand off your head. So glad I ain't his mom. Get your hand off your head. I knock you out. You right there. You should have took him out.
Well, the Chiefs are top of the AFC again.
Of course.
And we shall see them probably in the AFC Championship again. Honestly, I don't know who in the AFC could give them a run. I always hope it's gonna be the Bills or the Ravens, but every time.
Baby, the Ravens playing so trash.
Yeah, I don't think the Ravens gonna do it. The Bills may.
If they get the Josh Allen Bills they had yesterday, it's a possibility. But
it's gonna be somebody that is gonna muck it up for the Bills. That's gonna cause the Chiefs. Yeah.
And then you mean tell me we're gonna have to hear Tom Brady in the booth for the Super Bowl talk as Kermit goes for his 3-peat, and we're gonna have to listen to that the whole day. Oh God!
And then we're gonna have to hear Kermit talk about, oh man, this is like a game.
Crazy. What? Okay.
Well, let's move on. We are trying to reach 200 subscribers. We still ain't got the 200, y'all. So go on, hit that.
How close are we? Do we know what our numbers are?
It's 100 and something.
We ain't close enough. I'm just gonna say, look, we should have more because a certain somebody that I live with who just launched his YouTube channel 6 weeks ago already has like more than double than what we have. So, and we know more people, so we should have more subscribers.
Shoot, maybe we're gonna have to link up with Ryan. He's doing something. He's doing something right.
What is going on?
Maybe we need to change our topic.
Talk about, I don't know, fashion.
Well, first of all, Melissa don't keep up with pop culture enough. Her and Chris, we'll never fit into that space, child.
Yes, you could. You'd be amazed.
Tracy stays up with the kids because she on TikTok. So
you better enjoy it because they talking about getting rid of it. So you better enjoy as long as you can.
The TikTok. I already got a plan.
Did you say the Canada TikTok?
Yep. I'm gonna subscribe to Canada TikTok. I got a plan, boo.
Okay.
Oh, she's gonna be a Canadian TikToker.
So you're gonna be coming after your phone. Hey, and we got another thing we need to talk about. Us iPhone users. Did y'all hear about the iPhone user messaging, sending text message to the Androids?
No.
Yeah, the FBI is investigating those. So you be careful what you say. You didn't hear about it?
What?
I want y'all to go and look it up. Go and look it up on Tracy's favorite thing, TikToker.
Because she keep up with the news. Tracy keep up with pop culture.
Yes.
It be me and
Melissa said it's me, myself, and I and Jesus. I pay attention to that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No.
It ain't entertaining enough to you, Tracy.
No. I'd rather look at the videos.
Look at everything. Well, I can't say everything. That didn't sound right. I don't look at everything.
Because I looks at everything.
Oh, yes, you do, as evidenced by the text thread that you started this weekend. Okay, moving on.
Right there.
That was a joke. First of all, family, I know you guys are looking, even though you're not saying that you're looking. It was a joke. You guys got so sensitive about it. And
it was funny as hell. I swear it was, because I was laughing.
So I don't know why you got your panics all in a bunch over a joke. That's why people don't deal with y'all. I would not.
You have no sense of humor. Get sense of humor.
Tracy said y'all need to lighten up and laugh a little more. Okay.
I'm telling you.
Stop being so be serious about stuff that you need to be serious about. That wasn't unserious.
And if you get offended so easily about things, you may want to check yourself.
Yeah, something
Yes,
is
it's
wrong.
Nothing should offend you
Not
to
like that.
that extent.
It's a
No.
lot of people that have couches. You can go sit on somebody's couch and talk about it.
Lay it down. Lay it
Yeah,
down.
express it.
Yeah,
Down by the riverside.
yeah,
That part right there.
there.
All that.
You can do the hanky paint, whatever you want to do.
But getting upset over something that's so silly, like really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take Melissa's
No.
advice and lay down your burdens at the riverside.
That's right.
And try to laugh more because life
Try
is
to
too
laugh
short.
more. Stop letting stuff bother you. When
Life is
when
too
I tell you
short.
life is too short, baby.
Yeah, we about to have an interesting 4 years, so you better find you a sense of humor real fast.
Amen.
We fast in a hurry.
Let's say
Oh,
that.
my mantle.
Come on over here and join us. Listen to us. We got a lot of laughter for you all.
That's
Come on.
right. That's right. Well, we talking about a little black girl magic, Melissa. What's going on?
Hey, Coco Bean. Hey, Coco Bean.
Highest paid.
What the highest paid female athlete?
Go, Coco.
Girl, say y'all don't know
So proud of
her.
her.
Coco said, I'm going to show you what you know. Come on, Coco.
Well, I am
Go,
very proud of Coco, and I think her accomplishment is just amazing. Like she has done so well this year, which we didn't even think so, because she started off a little kind of crunchy, but
Yeah.
ending this, she's in the end of the season on top, and I love that for Coco.
I mean, like on top.
on top, like she came out with a vengeance. Bam!
Yeah, she said,
Meanwhile, why y'all girls is bleaching her skin? Because that man married a dark-skinned pretty girl. Why y'all girls out here bleaching her skin like that?
Who is you talking
Y'all
about?
haven't seen Serena?
Oh, there you go. You keep asking.
Serena
if they
look like
bleaching
Michael
her
Jackson.
skin.
She don't look that like.
Yes, she do.
I thought
You keep talking about them videos and them TikToks, and I keep telling you it's all them lightings, honey. Go and look at some of her videos when she at the house and he no
don't
special
look
light on her. She ain't bleaching her skin.
You're really not. Now I think she's done some like fillers in her face. She's done some plumping of the lips because the lips thing got a little
They got a little plumper.
But I don't think she's bleaching. She don't look that light. I just saw a photo of her and Venus at Disney World. She looks the same to me as far as her skin color goes. Now I will say this. It's crazy because I look at pictures of myself from 10 years ago versus now, and I also look lighter in my photos. And I'm like, well, I haven't been bleaching. Makeup has come
a long way. And with them coming out with their own makeup line for us.
Yeah. Because you know, back in the day, we only had Fashion Fair, and most times they did not fetch.
Fashion Fair with that orange undertone.
Fashion Fair and Avon.
Everybody was
Exactly.
Fashion Fair and
Orange
Avon is
undertone.
all we had.
We had Mary
have
Kay.
orange undertones, so it did.
But they all had an orange undertone.
Exactly.
They all had an orange undertone. Tracy, you don't have orange hue in you. You have olive. So why in the world?
And I'm neutral. So I don't, I saw her recently though. She does not look like she looks like she's using filters. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Because I saw one photo of her and Venus. I said, "Oh, baby, you face tuned that one a little bit too much." Because Venus face, it was face tuned to the gods. But I will say, on that, the other Black women who are on the top 15 highest paid list, Simone Biles is on there, Naomi Osaka is on there. So congratulations to the top 15.
Yeah.
And
let's go.
And just another reason why my kids are gonna play tennis if I do have them, because all the top women on there are tennis players. I'm just
that right there. Period.
Oh,
hey.
Okay, so favorite topic of the day. Tracy, cue it up.
Oh, bless you.
So my sister favorite topic is church shenanigans. Yeah, I'm trying to get away from church shenanigans, but we have something at this moment that we have to show you all for our moments of sports. So here we go. Tune it up, Shayna.
'Tis the season to be off key. Amen. Let's do it.
Oh, they look off key already.
Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Let everything that has breath, come on, praise the Lord for His mighty acts and His wondrous works. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord.
It does not get better.
Oh Lord, we give thee power and glory. We give thee honor. Oh Lord, we give thee power and glory. We give thee honor. Oh Lord, we give thee power and glory. We give thee honor. Oh Lord, we give you power and glory. Everlasting Father, Hosanna, the Prince of Peace. Everlasting way, the beginning and the end.
I'm like that baby with that red dress on.
She know that song. She be playing that music.
The beginning and the ending. Everlasting Father, Hosanna, the Prince of Peace. And Omega, beginning and the ending. All the praise. All praise. The Lord. The Lord. No, we don't do cats.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
It was kept from the beginning.
Sharpen that. So,
No, ma'am. It would not be better.
In the purple. Look at my in the purple.
Yes.
yes, sir. We still have one more step down.
Wait a minute, I got a question.
The men can sing. The men's can.
The men.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the men can sing.
La 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 la.
Baby, this.
Hey, Melissa, I want to come to y'all. I want to do it. I want to do that.
No, because see, they don't have a pastor like your pastor. Your pastor say, "Who is there with that bad stuff?" And he will stop y'all from seeing in the
I'm
middle of
gonna be
church.
the director.
Huh?
I want to be the director.
Oh, the director. Oh,
I'm gonna do this.
Follow me.
Yeah.
I just feel like that was a very ambitious arrangement for that group of singers.
Yes, I think Mud Deer in the Purple can't do that. Like she surpassed that right there. I don't think
Was
that
it just me or did I see some of them start leaving? They started
did.
leaving the rehearsal. They were like the numbers got
First
slow.
of all,
They're not the lady that
Man.
walked across the camera, the one on that end with that mask and half on. Baby, that lady started smiling and she dipped out on the side.
listen.
That baby said,
Let's
this is
start
not for
with.
me.
Did
It's not for
somebody
me.
know the words to the song?
No, did nobody know the words to the song.
Okay, then I was just
Let
making
alone
sure.
trying to get the arrangement.
Yeah, the arrangement was just. Oh, thank you, Queen. She said it was ambitious. Yes, it was too much for that group of singers. I just think he overshot the expectations. I mean, when
He
you're
overshot
doing,
a whole lot of stuff.
I think
Wait,
that was
I
fair.
think when he
well, when you're
What?
doing songs like that, you need people. You have to have singers that have stamina because that's a lot. That's a lot of vocal
Yeah.
acrobatics that you're doing. They were out of breath. Some of them were not able to.
Mud Deer was out of breath.
With that purple on.
And she was singing tenor.
Baby, and they were flat.
Oh, he's talking about we don't do cats. When you open your mouth, the cats came out screeching.
I mean,
You didn't hear that?
It was not a joyful noise, and I feel like we should not
noise.
We should
Man,
not
I hope
celebrate.
this is like not to usher in nothing for the pastor because no.
What?
Girl, he was working so hard, he had to put a towel around
His
his neck
neck.
and stuck it all down. He was sweating so trying to work that song out them folks.
I mean, he
there.
really was. He really was trying.
Did he change it? Yeah, did he change that? Yeah, that's his home.
Well, I can't.
Right.
Honestly, this is my favorite time of year for church shenanigans because you're gonna start getting, your little kids with their Christmas speeches. Like I love that. I love when they just
when babies get up there and don't say nothing.
Did y'all ever see that video of that one kid who went up to say his Christmas speech? He went up and he
I don't
said,
like this church.
I'm tired of this church.
Baby, I felt that in my shana. All down near my feet. I felt that.
I guess it's just like that little boy that was trying to get baptized and he didn't go all the way down and he told them, y'all doing too much.
That baby said,
like,
I'm tired of this church.
You say, I'm doing too much.
And the best part about it was somebody, because it's always gonna be somebody on and say, amen.
Yeah, not even paying attention to what's going on.
Just in agreement with the foolishness.
Or maybe she was really in agreement with
Yeah,
she was church. Oh man. Okay. Well, we're only gonna have I think we only have maybe one more show before the end of the year because we're gonna take us a little holiday break.
Amen.
Whoa. And regroup. We got to regroup.
Oh man. Oh.
You better sing, Tracy.
We did. We made it to the. Hey, this is our year anniversary.
Yes, we coming up on 1 year.
We coming up on 1 year. Hey.
Coming up on 1 year of this podcast. So thank you guys for hanging out with us for a year. We appreciate it. And again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, what are we gonna do?
We're gonna put you to sleep.